Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. This is a live webinar for everybody who is interested in what is happening in Solis BioDyne. And today's speakers are Hanna Sein, our product manager, covering second part of the session, and me, Reet Reinart-Okugbeni, and I will cover the first part of our webinar. Just some guidelines for you during the webinar is that we have a chat function in the webinar. Please add all your comments, any general discussion in the chat. And we also have a Q&A section there, and you can submit all your questions you want to be answered during the webinar, either live or offline. Later, enter all these questions in the Q&A, and we will have also a live Q&A at the end of both sessions. So feel free to submit your question and also let us know what kind of topics are more interesting for you, for us to cover during the webinar. Those of you who actually are new to us and don't know much about Solis BioDyne, I will give you a brief overview. We are a biotech company based in Estonia. This is a part of European Union and located in the Northern Europe, just close to Finland, south from Finland, west from Russia, and just below us are the other Baltic states, Lithuania and Latvia. And our history is already more than 28 years. So we are established in 1995. We are known for developing and selling PCR reagents, and we are selling all over the world, basically. And most of our revenue is today coming from clients who are either working in testing different DNA or RNA-based viruses or any other targets. And also we have a lot of clients who are producing different kind of kits and assay systems. So today we have over 70 catalog products in this niche section of PCR. And we have also a lot of tailor-made products. In 2022, we also got an award being an Innovator of the Year in Estonia, and we have several patents protecting the technology that is part of our portfolio. So, as said, we have been in the enzyme business since 1995, and here is just a short overview of what we have developed over the years. In 1995, we came out with our first DNA polymerase, namely Fireball. And from there on, we have developed several different versions, also a hot start DNA polymerase, also different other types of DNA polymerases and master mixes. From 2003, we started developing more hot start enzymes and mixes. And 2017, we launched our first range of unique reverse transcriptases and RNase inhibitors. 2019, we came out with our second generation DNA polymerase, fast DNA polymerase, and also different enzyme, UNG or UDG, known in the market. And currently, we are preparing to launch our first isothermal DNA polymerase. You might also know us as a company who is shipping enzymes in an envelope. And this is thanks to our technology, stability tag, which is patented technology. And this is something that gives all our enzymes that we develop unique and additional stability at higher temperatures, which will allow us to ship everything without dry ice That also gives more flexibility in the transport, global transport. It's reducing the weight and size of the cargo and the cost of shipment, and also significantly reduces the packaging waste. With this, you can also see that it significantly reduces the carbon footprint that comes from our products and how our products are shipped to our end users. So when just briefly going through different kind of enzymes that are in our portfolio and what we have done with them. So Firepol, the first DNA polymerase since 1995. And here is also some cool 3D models generated by AlphaFold 2 system, which shows where could this particular stability tag locate in the enzyme. We have this enzyme in different formats, standalone and in the master mixes, also available upon request as a glycerol-free product. And we have also a similar enzyme, but a modified DNA polymerase, which has faster polymerization speed. It is used in our master mixes, which enable very fast cycling. And it is also tolerant to common inhibitors. And it's also compatible with DOTPs much more than a regular ATAC DNA polymerase, which is also great for any kind of UNG-related treatments in applications where PCR carryover contamination is wanted to be carried out, protected from PCR carryover contamination. This enzyme is currently available in master mixes, but upon request also available as standalone and available as glycerol-free. Reverse transcriptases, we have two reverse transcriptases. One is SOLIScript and the other one is FireScript. SOLIScript is a unique chimeric reverse transcriptase, which also includes the stability tag like all of our enzymes. It has a very high specific activity, very high thermostability, and it can also therefore be provided in a very high concentration, even up to 4,000 units per microliter. This enzyme is available as a standalone enzyme and also in different kits and mixes. We use it extensively in all our one-step RT-qPCR kits. Reverse transcriptase FireScript is a more common type Maloney-Murine leukemia virus-based reverse transcriptase. It is also very highly thermostable, and it has full RNase-H activity available as standalone and also in kits and mixes. We also have some other proteins, RNase inhibitor protein, ribogrip. This is also a unique enzyme. It's a chimeric mammalian-based RNase inhibitor, and it inactivates the most common RNases to protect your RNA sample. It's also available as glycerol-free and also as standalone in kits and mixes. The newest member in our enzyme family here is UNG. And this is originating from bacterial genus Salini vibrio, which is living in a hypersaline environment. So it tolerates in nature very high salt concentrations. It is heat labile and it is active at room temperature, which is very useful in our typical applications where it's used for protecting your test from PCR carryover contamination. This enzyme is also upon request available as a glycerol-free version, and it's already in our portfolio as standalone enzyme and included in several mixes. So you might be asking what's in it for you, all these enzymes that we have covered. So one thing is that we already have a full portfolio, including these enzymes. But what is new for you is that we are also offering different kind of ways how you can use it in addition to our standard portfolio. One thing that we can do for you is we can also offer different kind of production services. And we are located in a small university town in Tartu, and our operating facility is in Tartu Teaduspark, Tartu Science Park. And this one is place where we do all the protein engineering, development, and full cycle of our business. So basically, when you are looking for any kind of different manufacturers who are experienced in enzyme production, then this is where you can come to us and we can discuss all your needs. Or if you're looking for different primary or secondary production sites for your proteins that you already have, or if you're looking for competence in codon optimization for production of your enzyme in E. coli. We can also discuss your needs when you're looking for very specific formulations of particular enzyme, either from our portfolio, for example, high concentrated or glycerol-free formulations, or if you are looking for RT-qPCR or PCR master mixes that are tailored right for you. Also, if there are any specific proteins or enzymes that you don't find in the market, you can come to us and we can discuss whether we can develop it together with you. And if you're looking for improving your protein stability that you already have, also come to us. We have the knowledge and expertise of incorporating stability tag into enzymes, and we may help you there. This will also help you when you want to look for sustainable means of shipping of your products. Regarding assay development, we also can provide you with help and support when you're designing an assay for specific targets. And we can help both in hands-on activity, but we can also help in different kind of assay optimization steps, especially when the assay development is being done with our developed products, which we know best, and come to us with all these kind of requests as well. White labeling is another form of service that we provide to already several of our existing customers. And if you feel like you have a very strong brand, but you would like to expand your portfolio with products that you find in our portfolio, let us know. If you're looking for similar products that you already have, but you want to avoid cold chain logistics, come to us. We have products for you. And if you're just looking for more environmental friendly products with a smaller footprint on the environment, then also come to us. So what will happen when you come to us with your idea? We first discuss the details of your idea and understand what we can offer you, whether it's something already available in our portfolio or whether it's something that we would need to develop. Then we will plan all the details, share responsibilities, timelines, budgets, and everything, and sign a contract. And then we move into development or pilot production phase. And from there, when this phase is over, then you have the opportunity to check and approve the product that we produced as a prototype. And upon approval, we move on to bulk production phase where we can deliver the end product for you, terms and needs. So a quick summary of our current service offering. So not a lot of it is very new, because we have actually been doing custom product development already for our customers for years. So we have long experience in developing tailor-made master mixes and helping our clients to design their assays. More new is currently that we are opening up our business to produce also different enzymes and different proteins in our facility, if it fits well with the E. coli production system. And all this we can discuss in detail with you. And come to us if you find any of this interesting for you, and if we can help you also make your business go either faster or into more sustainable direction. And with all these kind of requests, please send your request to our services at solisbiodyne.com email address, where we will discuss how we can help you, and also we will definitely book you a meeting with you to understand more of your needs. And with this, I will end this session here. And if you have any questions before we hand over to Hanna, then you can ask them now. I see we don't have any open questions. If we don't have any open questions, then you can also leave your question for the end of the session after Hanna's session, and we can take it from there. So Hanna, you're welcome to continue.
Thank you, Reet. And thank you for this nice overview of our services and for this introduction. And my name is Hanna Sein, and I am a product manager at Solis BioDyne. And today I have the honor of introducing the newest member of our one-step family, the SOLIScript Fast one-step RT-qPCR mix with UNG. And Reet already gave a nice overview of our portfolio. But if you are new to Solis BioDyne or you don't mind a reminder, then it might be a nice idea to take another look at our portfolio, which, as you can see, is wide and gives us plenty of room to play around with different components to create new formulations. And we do it for our in-house product development purposes with the goal to launch these to the catalog. But we can also use all of these components for the services that Reet introduced earlier, like custom product development or assay development, for example. So today we are introducing this new product that is a nice combination of some of these components, or we can call them puzzle pieces, that work together beautifully. So for this new formulation, we have used an in silico designed analog of Taq polymerase, the Solis Fast DNA polymerase, that has many attractive features like fast extension rates, tolerance to common PCR inhibitors, and prolonged stability at higher temperatures. For reverse transcription, where RNA is converted to DNA, we have chosen our extremely specific and highly active SOLIScript reverse transcriptase. To protect RNA from degradation, we have used our proprietary RNase inhibitor RiboGrip. And for the prevention of carryover contamination, also our Selene UNG. All of these components are then harmonized together with our unique buffer systems. And the result of all of this is a new member in our probe-based RT-qPCR family, the SOLIScript Fast one-step RT-qPCR mix with UNG. And this formulation, it is a strong choice for any type of demanding experiments, as this product has a lot of beneficial features, like convenient one-tube format, sensitive 5-plex detection capacity, UNG functionality, compatibility with fast cycling protocols, and tolerance to common PCR inhibitors. And before we dig a bit deeper into the features and benefits of this product, let's take a look at where can this product be used. And the core center is RNA detection. It is a good choice for conducting gene expression studies, for the detection of all sorts of RNA viruses, like hepatitis C virus or influenza, for example. It is a reliable choice for the testing or development of different real-time PCR platforms, or also different cartridge or array-based platforms. And this product is highly sensitive and has a high specificity. And this truly makes it a trustworthy reagent for kit manufacturers, whether in human or veterinary diagnostics, or also in applied testing, like plant testing or environmental studies. And last but not least, of course, this product can also be used for research. And the first feature that we are going to look more into is the one-tube format. And in this product, all the components have been stabilized into a 4x concentrated formulation that is supplied in a simple one tube. And this product also represents the core essence of Solis, really, by being 1 month stable at room temperature. So the recipe is rather complex, but the outcome is very elegant. So what does this one-tube format actually give you? And first of all, one can simply speed up laboratory procedures with less pipetting steps and reagent preparation. And by using pre-mixed reagents, the likelihood of user-made errors is also reduced, and this leads to better consistency and reproducibility. There is a reduced risk of contamination, as using pre-mixed reagents also eliminates the need to transfer reagents between multiple tubes. It is simply very convenient to use, since there is less steps in reaction preparation and less hands-on time. And another convenient benefit here is also easier and more convenient stock management, as you also save up laboratory and fridge space. A one-tube format will help you to reduce costs, since you're also reducing the necessary amount of consumables and plastics, like tubes and pipetting tips. And also the shipping costs can be reduced, since less tubes means smaller packages and therefore also smaller transportation bills. And of course, not to forget that room temperature stability also allows simpler and cheaper logistics. And by opting for a reagent that can be shipped without any dry ice, and also there's a smaller need for all kinds of consumables, also the amount of waste is reduced, and you can make more environmentally friendlier choices. And moving on to the second main feature, sensitive 5-plex detection capacity. And once more, the benefit here is time saving. And here you will save time compared to single-plex RT-qPCR, where each target requires setting up a separate reaction. And through multiplexing, more information about different targets can be obtained from just one reaction. Plus, it conveniently leaves enough room for internal controls or reference genes or housekeeping genes. Multiplexing also reduces the risk of sample-to-sample or reaction-to-reaction variation, because all targets are amplified in the same reaction under the same conditions. And this results in increased accuracy and reliability of the results. Since more targets can be detected within one reaction, less reagents and consumables are required to get the same amount of data compared to singleplex RT-qPCR. And this is particularly true for experiments that involve large sample sets, like in diagnostics, or simply many targets, as is the case in research very often. Our tests have also shown that even in these demanding 5-plex tests, we get the strong amplification and consistent efficiencies and linearity with all 5 targets. The third feature is UNG functionality. And simply as a reminder, how does the UNG enzyme work and what is its function? And one risk of laboratory work is that if the same targets are amplified routinely, then these amplicons can later easily become contaminants to following PCR reactions. And this might happen to different reasons, like incorrect waste handling or also simple mistakes in laboratory work. But once the contaminants are there, it is very difficult to get rid of them. And as a result, one might produce false positive results. Our recommendation to prevent this is to use PCR mixes that contain both DUTPs and UNG. And how does this work? So if the PCR master mix contains DUTP nucleotides, then these are also incorporated into the amplification product. And if these amplicons then start to circle around the laboratory, then the good news is that they are also the target for the UNG enzyme, which will then degrade these contaminating amplicons before the start of the actual RT-qPCR reaction. So this way one can really gain the confidence that the amplification that you later detect, that this occurs from the actual genetic material in the sample and not from the contaminating DNA. So the number one benefit of using UNG containing mixes is prevention of carryover contamination. Therefore, also specificity will be increased since the risk of false positive results and potentially also false diagnosis is reduced. If the testing takes place out of well-established laboratories where it's simply not possible to dedicate separate areas for pre and post PCR activities, like is in different point of care testing settings, then UNG can offer the security of reducing these non-specific results that might come up due to lack of precautionary measures to avoid this contamination from happening. And one can also enjoy the peace of mind in busy shared labs with many communal lab benches or cyclers, machines, or less qualified staff, and know that they have taken the extra steps for the prevention of contamination. And as you can see from the graph here as an example, when we spike the reactions with the same amount of DU-containing amplicons that mimicked carryover contamination, then the formulation without UNG generated a strong amplification curve. But the formulation with UNG degraded this mimicking carryover contamination, which in real life can potentially also avoid false positive results in a diagnostic setting. Benefit number 4 is fast cycling. And fast cycling means shorter run times, and shorter run times mean more time for other tasks. And it becomes possible to run more tests in one day, and one staff member can do the work of many, and there is more room in these busy cycler booking calendars. And with life-threatening infections, quick results also mean earlier diagnosis and earlier correct patient handling to start curing the actual cause of the infection as quickly as possible. Sensitivity is an important aspect because if you were to switch to fast cycling protocols with regular Taq polymerases, then sensitivity can really suffer. But fast DNA polymerases, like the Solis Fast DNA polymerase in this product, can amplify these qPCR targets within seconds, and there will be no loss in sensitivity. Here I have brought out a few similar formulations from other suppliers together with the runtimes of their default protocols in their technical materials. And in the comparison here, we can see that the SOLIScript Fast one-step RT-qPCR mix with UNG is a good choice if there is not enough time to optimize the protocol or test different protocols, but one would like to get the results in quickly since this product offers the quickest default protocol. The runtime is, of course, always dependent on the cycler and on the used protocol. But the default one with 4 targets, 4 channels activated, and 45 cycles can produce runtimes of around 1 hour with many regular qPCR platforms. With a bit of optimization, it's always possible to go even quicker, for example, to 55 minutes of 4-plexing with 45 cycles on the Bio-Rad platform. As you can see from the list of cyclers here, the mix is compatible with a wide range of regular platforms, and it is not necessary to use any special fast equipment. The 5th feature that we are going to look into is inhibitor tolerance. And inhibitor-tolerant PCR mixes are designed to overcome the inhibitory effects of different substances that may be present in the biological sample and that are really difficult to get rid of even with extensive purification. And that might hinder amplification efficiencies. And inhibitor tolerance, however, leads to more efficient amplification even in the presence of these chemicals, since the PCR machinery in these products is not affected by the presence of these, and the sensitivity can truly be improved. With inhibitor-tolerant PCR mixes, it is possible to also opt for simpler sample preparation methods, which can save time and effort, particularly when dealing with complex samples that require extensive purification and cleanup before PCR. And all these simpler methods, using these will also save up on costs. And with inhibitor-rich material, samples are often diluted in order to reduce the amount of inhibitors in the sample before adding these to the PCR reactions, because this diluting will also dilute the inhibitors, but on the downside, it will also dilute the amount of the actual template. And with inhibitor-tolerant products, one can dilute the sample less, since the inhibitors will not impact the reaction as much, and thus more sample and template can be added to the reaction. In point-of-care settings, sample purification may not always be possible due to lack of equipment or professional staff. And switching to simpler methods and more robust reagents will enable testing also in these remote areas and in these settings. Our study of inhibitor tolerance showed that our robustness is also highly competitive. And after adding the same amount of inhibitors to the reactions using our new one-step and also RT-qPCR mixes from other suppliers, we saw that whereas the CQ values did not increase by more than +1 with our product, the competitor products showed a significantly higher degree of inhibition in terms of CQ shift. And continuing with the topic of competitive performance, our results also show that our newest one-step can produce beautiful fluorescence signal intensities and also be competitive with CQ values. On the product's website, you can also find a quick tech note. And this tech note describes how this product is also capable of maintaining a high level of specificity with both RNA and DNA targets in different multiplex systems. And this can be very necessary in these sorts of test systems where RNA and DNA targets like viruses and bacteria, for example, need to be detected from just one reaction or on the same array or cartridge, and one reagent needs to be able to detect them both with high sensitivity and specificity. And of course, not to also forget that many kits also use DNA targets as positive controls. There are different formats available, and we are always, of course, also happy to discuss any kind of custom sizing if necessary. And the regular catalog version comes without ROX, but we have actually also tested it on ROX-dependent cyclers by simply turning off ROX normalization, and we've seen very uniform results also this way. And we know that many diagnostic kit developers also work in the same way, that they use no ROX containing mixes also on ROX-dependent platforms and validate their tests this way. So also in this case, it will not be an issue. But if required, you can also request for the ROX version, and it's not an issue. We can also supply the version with ROX. ROX can also be simply added to the reactions by the user in concentrations that are recommended by platform manufacturers. For more information, you can visit the product's website, check out the documents under the resource section, and also take a look at the product flyer, which is quite rich in details, and you can learn more about the product. So now we have reached the finale of this presentation, and the key takeaways here are that Solis BioDyne is now opening up more to different kinds of services. So if you're interested in either contract manufacturing, product or assay development, or white labeling, then do not hesitate to send us an email. We are happy to discuss all sorts of plans that you might have. And the SOLIScript Fast one-step RT-qPCR mix with UNG is a versatile and convenient tool for fast and specific RNA detection. So we hope that this will be your next choice of reagent when you start developing new assays. Of course, with all kinds of questions, send these to the contact links below or to your direct contact in Solis BioDyne. And I will now hand it over back to Reet for the Q&A session, and thank you from my side.
Thank you, Hanna, very much for this very nice presentation. I hope everybody got a lot of information about this new product, and really with this product, as you see, it's a very complex mixture of very different type of enzymes, and the end result is really room temperature stable liquid master mix, essentially for one-step RT-qPCR assays. And this is something that you can already start using, or you can also contact us for any other ideas you might have with this product or any of our other products and enzymes in our portfolio. And let's look at the questions that we have right now. We had one question that was already discussed here in the chat, but for the rest of us as well in the audience, The stability tag, often we get the question like, how is it done? So the stability tag, which is part of all our enzymes and all our other proteins that we develop here, is a genetic modification. So it is part of the molecule. So it's not added after the enzyme production. It is part of the production of the protein itself. So therefore, it is something that is very unique, and only after we have developed the protein we will realize what kind of properties it will give in addition to the stability. And with some cases we have seen that it has also affected other properties like increased thermostability. For example, in terms of FireScript, we see a very good thermostability in addition to regular room temperature stability that allows shipment at room temperature and so on. But yeah, it is our great feature, and we will also open all kind of discussions around making more stable enzymes for you. So if you have a great idea, then come to us. And here we have a question. Is it possible to use the PCR mix with a light cycler version 5 class capillaries? Hanna, I think this question is for your product.
Yes, I have to say that we have not tested this product on capillary-based platforms. I think it's mostly the matter of testing, but I don't really see a reason why it should not work. And if you do the tests, then of course let us know the results. We can also offer optimization advice, or shouldn't it not work. So, but I don't actually see any limitations there. So.
Yeah, the only question maybe with glass capillary cyclers could be the absorption of some components in the mix to the glass capillaries. We definitely have not tested this product on this application. If we're just talking about different products in our portfolio, then we do have the special products that are designed for capillary cyclers. These are in hot fireball probe qPCR range. There is one product that is suitable for particularly this type of cyclers, and we also have a dye-based hot fireball evergreen qPCR mix that is particularly designed for this type of cyclers. So, but yes, this is qPCR only. In terms of this product, it's best to test really and see how it performs. But potentially there could be some protein absorption to the glass capillaries, which is common with not specially designed products for capillary cyclers. Do we have any more questions from the audience that we can answer live here? Or you can leave your comment as well. Which part of today's presentation was actually the biggest news for you? Some of you definitely know that not all these services are big news, but for a big part of our customers, they might still be news, because we have been doing this type of services one-on-one with different customers and not really displayed this publicly. But now we are more than welcome to open up more opportunities for you to use what we have developed in your business. So if no questions right now, and then we will end this webinar here, and feel free to send all your questions to our team. Anything related to the services, you can send directly to services@solisbiodyne.com. Anything general, you send to info@solisbiodyne.com. And as always, we have a very quick tech support available for any questions regarding existing products at support@solisbiodyne.com. and also on our live web chat on our website. So contact us, and we are looking forward to meeting all of you.